Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this brand new stream here on the Hardcore Gaming Masters Season 1. Today, we're going to start off with the main Swiss stage. The regional Swiss stage is already done, and 8 teams got invited into the main Swiss stage, and 6 or 8 of the teams from the regional Swiss stage has also been qualifying themselves for the main Swiss stage. So it's a bit like the major. That's how the system works with the Swiss stage coming in, and then 8 teams moving on to the next stage, and 8 teams getting invited in the major. It would have been the legend stage, but this is for now going to be the main Swiss stage, and 8 teams got invited. One of the teams that got invited is Bad News Eagles, and they are now going to be facing off versus 777 in this matchup. So 777 got themselves to the top 8 of the regional Swiss stage, and because of that, they are now fighting off in this main Swiss stage, and the 8 of them will go towards the playoffs, where they will face off to win the beautiful prizes inside of this hardcore Masters Gaming. And the first 2 teams that are going to be facing off, we have seen Bad News Eagles. They were a premier team. They were in the ECL Challenger mode. They were also known as X Blink with Juan Fratlo and players like that. You might boys probably know it. The team from Albania before, but now from from a different country. And now we're gonna see what this match is gonna bring us. 777, obviously the Norwegian team. We have seen them play in a couple of tier 3 events right now, where they have been playing quite great now. And now we're gonna see the vetoes coming up. First, we're gonna start off with the band coming in from 777. There we go. It's going to be Inferno band, and we know that Bad News Eagles is playing very well on Inferno, so it's a great band coming out, a great pick to start things off with. Bad News Eagles banning Overpass. I mean, they have been playing quite a bit of puggy maps. They are great on Mirage, they are great on Inferno, so banning Overpass is obviously not the worst. Then 777 picking Nuke, which is, in my opinion, a bit of an interesting pick. I think they are feeling pretty confident on it, and they've seen most likely Bad News Eagles struggling on Nuke against, for example, Ungentium in the ECA Cash Cup. Bad News Eagles straight up pick Mirage. It's not even weird anymore. They've always been playing Mirage. They like Mirage. They are very well playing on Mirage. And that's just a map that they really like to play. 777 banning Dust 2, one of the next buggy maps out of the play. They don't want to play it, which is fair. And then what is left are the last 2 maps, and that's going to be Vertigo getting banned. So we're going to see Ancient as a decider. You will see it coming up pretty soon, but that's a pretty straight up pick for Bad News Eagles too. They have been very well playing on Ancient as well, and they like to play it. So it's also a good thing for 777 to see it on there. So what I was thinking about, if I looked at the veto right now, I think like Nuke should be a map for 777, but if Bad News Eagles can steal a map away from Nuke already, then you would see them face off on Mirage and on Ancient, and we know that Bad News Eagles have been playing very well on Ancient. They have been playing, they know what's up on Ancient as well, and Mirage has always been their first band, or their first pick. So, I mean, honestly, looking at that statistic wise, I think when Bad News Eagles gets a shot, when they win Nuke, then this should be a pretty easy pickup for them. But we're gonna see what is up, because the game is almost gonna start. So yeah, all the teams that have been invited are gonna be Anonymous Esports, Bad News Eagles. I'm reading enough from my second screen. That's why you see me going down there. Devin Koalas coming in as well. I think that's actually a team that's better known as like the X Skate, with players from Bulgaria in there. If I'm honest, if I don't know 100%, but I think that's Devin Koalas there. Then Enterprise, Isuba, Internal Fire with the Turkish squad, of course, with Santaris and people like that in there. Then X Kolesk, and we are going to be going into the game, I hear. There we go. We're going to start off with Nuke. That's going to be the pick coming out from 777. We're going to see what this is going to bring us, because there we go. We're starting off with 777 on their CT side, actually. Or is that wrong? No, Bad News Eagles is on the CT side, but that doesn't matter, because it still means that we are going to be going on right now. Russ with the Glock already looking to go towards that ramp for a bit, with a P250 lurking on outside. Mickey trying to find himself an inch trying to find himself something already on the outside, will be spotted. But there comes the ramp push in. Synopsy is going to call for rotations. But are they going to be fast enough? There's already Regan there. He's going to be trying to stay alive. He's going to be trying to find that kill, but he finds neither. The kill coming in, and it's Hera who will be traded out there, which leaves the 4-on-2 coming in after Confrato and Synopsy. Oh, for Confrato and Stenary both finding themselves one, which leaves 2-on-4 now coming in. Actually looking to go the way of Bad News Eagles inside of this first round, and they get to start on their CT side, which is obviously a good thing. The Dane coming in there in the control room, the push is in, Gruss will find him. 2-on-3 now in, and the Glock isn't able to find anything for Mackie. There. It's only going to be Gruss left in the 1v3. He will have some time to work with, but he will also have to run on the side, will have to find the bomb, will have to find the bomb plant. First kill coming in, he could find a second if he goes for it, but it's JX who takes him out, deals with him with the dual Berettas, and that's going to be Bad News Eagles who take themselves the first round. And looking at this is the pick from 777. Maybe Bad News Eagles can steal it away, and as I said, Mirage coming up next. I don't know if 777 can afford this, them to lose this map. They cannot afford it at all. You can never afford it, but you cannot afford it on a team like Bad News Eagles when you didn't ban yourself Mirage. There's just absolutely no way. Synopsy is already it's already really close inside of that radio room. He's gonna try to peek now. Might find himself a pickup here, but it's all Glocks that he has to fight against. So kills are gonna be fairly easy without any armor. Makes it even better. Synopsy with the 3-on-5 now coming in. Regan finding that frag, and that will leave only 2 players left from 777. It's only going to be 1 left, and there leaves Hara in the 1v5. Game sound has been pulled up a bit. And now we're going to see second round won by Bad News Eagles. And now you guys can hear the game, boys. You guys can hear the game. Yep, I have my not my coffee, but I have my tea ready for this match. Two rounds already going the way of Bad News Eagles. 5 AKs now for the side from 777, and it's Mickey who starts things off great there. First kill going his way, and Synopsy isn't gonna be let push inside of that lobby at all. Players from 7-7 don't want that to happen again. Because Synopsy got a lot of value together with I think it was Zenary last round. They don't want that to happen again. Sound is back, there we go. Smoke wall on outside is thrown, and it seems like push comes in. 4 players inside of outside the smoke. The last smoke isn't there as Confrato finds the first kill. Regan will be traded out, and it's going to be perfect for 777. They have secured themselves secret control, moving in. But JX still here with the scout is going to try to find a headshot. That is what he needs to do. Switching out to the dual Berettas. Not a favorable weapon for this job, knowing that 777 has themselves armor. They have themselves everything else to work with. Are already moving on. He knows that a window has been broken. JX is spotted. He's shooting his scout. That's going to be side secure. JX will fall, which leaves Zenary now in the 1v4. Mickey found himself 3 as ready. Can he find himself a 4th? He's waiting for Zenary to cross, but is Zenary going to check the right side? No, he isn't. The peek is coming in. Oh, Zenary still gets the better of 2. He can potentially save his AK as well. That's going to be a lot of value taken, but he's going to try to go for it. Of course he is. Okay. Never mind. Zenary still picking up 2 there. He shouldn't have gotten the kill on Mickey, but he clearly shouldn't have gotten that second frag. Beautiful kill there from Mickey, but then this flick from center and the second kill coming on Gross. Beautiful stuff. But yeah, it were some exit frags only. That's all that it is. Now we are gonna see the AK. 3 M4A1Ss and an ARC coming in. Russ is lurking around. Microfratto is still waiting. Waiting for a P coming in. He's close to credit card, and I think Russ might be pushing himself into the garage here, but he's not gonna do so. Would have gotten shut down. 2 players moving into secret. It's Juan Fratlo getting himself that first kill on Rooter. 5-on-4 is what's left. 777 is moving their way back up, but I think Bad News Eagles, they have the setup in this round. They have the entry. What is there? It still could go wrong. Potentially this 777 finding the entries, finding everything. But they are going to move down now with Regan already down. If he spots ahead, he's for sure going to tap on it. Regan, ooh, he's going to peek out here. Won't find the kill just yet. Is trying to find it, but the nade will not finish the deal. It was thrown inside of the fence. Just it. Get a lot of damage reduction. It's Gruss who finds himself that first kill for his team, which leaves the 4-on-4. Stanopsy joining the party from this ramp, but he finds 3. It's Hera left in a 1v4. Stanopsy absolutely securing that side. JX finding the last kill. And it's Bad News Eagles who take themselves 3. How? How have 777 just let Synopsy do that? Just look at this arc spray coming in. He finds the first and flicks onto the second. Then the third is also found with a flick shot. Of course they were low HP, but still. You gotta hit that flick shot. And the arc is most likely not the favorable weapon for the job with a lot of recoil when you don't have the scope on. I mean, it was really OP. But now, it's only OP in certain situations, and Synopsy showed you one. Playing on ramp, picking up that first kill through the door, but then flicking onto the second and the third is just a bit too much. Scenario going to hold on to the side for a little longer. Regan is helping him a hand, and that's going to be Echoes now in the 1v4. Will be shut down. Regan with 3, Scenery with 2. Jesus. And I did call it. There comes the pause in. Oh, we have a nice screen now coming in. Okay, that's a new thing. You see on the top right, Nuke, Mirage, and Ancient are going to be the maps. And looking at 777, they picked Nuke. And I said it in the early stages, if Bad News Eagles gets themselves a fairly easy Nuke, or if they win Nuke, at least, then Mirage is going to be a tough one for the 777. We know what Bad News Eagles have done on their Mirage. And Ancient, don't forget that. That's also a really great map for them. So, looking at it for now, it's going to be a tough one, but there's still a lot of rounds to be played, and still the CT side coming ahead for us for 777. And off on Mickey coming in as Gruss is taking himself some control over the outside for a moment. As Gruss, ooh, he's going to try to walk his way through the smokes, but Conforto, he's also playing with fire. Playing inside of the garage there. Yeah, it's all Blink. Bad News Eagles is old Blink. Same team, but I think New York just shut their lineup down, which leaves the 4-on-3 now in. I think it's 777 actually getting the better of it. For now, it's going to be Scenery and Regan left. The 2v4 now. Regan is walking up on the A side and Scenery down on the B side. When their players from 777 moving their way into the B side, the push is coming in, and Scenery will find himself one. Is going to rush in for another one, which will remain the 2v2 in. Actually, Scenery has made this one a bit more possible because of 777 dying By one man, dying the two players close there, but Rooter has different plans, finds the frag, leaves him with 30 HP. I think there are two players in decon right now. That's technically Senary having a small chance still. The bomb has to be defused as Senary. He's gonna smoke the bomb. Flash comes in, Senary will tap it. He's gonna stick it. Player swinging out, the second player as well, but Senary won't get him. Rooter on 30 HP all along, but the stick is now coming in. Oh no, is he gonna get it? And the defuse comes in. Senary wins the round and he takes 4 players down. It was Regan with him, but it was him getting them all. What in the world has just happened, and how have 777 made this one slip? How have they let this one go? A 2v4 turned into a 1v2, and then still, it's great for you to pick it up. 777, they played how they should play. They played 2 in 2, they played in pairs, so they can trade each other, but they didn't manage to do it. Harris pushing out on the A side now. It's already making so much space, and the kill comes in from Senary there. Senary with a second. Bad News Eagles once again get themselves the upper hand inside of this round. The 4v3 now up. Still 3 players from 777. I didn't see the third one coming, but there they go. Some beautiful views over the outside, and it's Juanfrato on the other side of the box. Jace will find one, drops the bomb. Will the bomb be spotted? There's one player on top of red box, and Juanfrato knows it. He knows where players are, and the Senary of Juanfrato peeking him out, killing the round, and 6 on the board. Bad News Eagles are playing very well in this game. And of course, they are the team to get invited, and they are a team looking to get themselves through. And of course, most likely, they are going to be able to get themselves through, because they are, obviously, statistic-wise, a better team than 777, or basically, maybe not all of them, but at least from the 16 teams in there, at least like 14 teams, they are gonna beat statistic-wise. So there's not a lot of teams that are in Premier or Challenger League, what you could say, than as Bad News Eagles is. Who's coming in through the smoke? Which one? Fartlow finds 2, finds a third. Oh my goodness. Leaving Mickey left, and he doesn't even have himself armor. He realizes now, most likely, that he just bought an AK without any armor. And that's gonna be 7 on the board. Bad News Eagles playing out of their minds. But I was saying, Bad News Eagles is obviously a Challenger League team, and he is a Challenger League team, and there's not any team, I think, in this league that is also in Challenger League. So looking at that, it's already looking very well for Bad News Eagles, and they are most likely going to get themselves the hands on a playoff spot. But we will still have to find out, because there's still a lot of teams to fight against, and first 777 will have to be beaten. But for now, it's looking really well for Bad News Eagles. They are fragging out, they're getting themselves these clutches in. It's 3 Regal dying through the Molotov, but he's still going to stay alive. We'll find a lot of damage still in Hara, and everyone getting shut down from 777 as time goes on. It's only Gross left now in a 1v3. Oh my goodness. Bad News Eagles, as bad as they looked in the ECA Cash Cup versus Ungantium in the finals, as good do they look now inside of this game. It's only Gruss now in the 1v3. Has himself an AK to work with. He's not going to drop on the side just yet, but he doesn't have the bomb either. Senary will finish him off. 8 on the board for Bad News Eagles. They've already secured themselves the half, basically. Of course, we also got to think about Nuke being a bit more CT-sided, as people would say, but I mean, if you are gonna be 13 or 14 rounds inside of the first half, what does a CT side really matter? Buffalo is gonna be finding himself the first, getting himself a second. First, is he gonna find one? Mickey also finding a second, but it is gonna be again the advantage taken here for Bad News Eagles. They had the advantage with the guns, but they are gonna be still in the 2v2. Secret is been pushed. Ekis find that flick shot, but he will instead be hitting the body shot. Harrow will finish the last two players off, and 777. They cannot do it with any rifles, but they can do it with the Eagles. This game is already so incredibly weird, but 777, they take the round with the Eagles, and I mean, you gotta take those. Up on Mickey, up on JX as well. Van Vatlo has been making his way inside of Secret. Russ isn't gonna check him. Bad News Eagles now up against AKs. They will get the better of him, but against pistols they couldn't. That's just what CS makes so incredibly fun. Like, the things you can buy. You can buy a Deagle with 700 and win a round, but then you buy an AK for 2,700 and an AWP, and you are falling short. The AWP gets taken out, and maybe a double AWP picked up. Maybe it is. Synopsy isn't gonna take it, and 9 rounds on the boards for Bad News Eagles now. Triple seven is gonna have themselves an AWP and 5 AKs again to work with. Are they gonna try to go for some fast control yet again? The map pick from 777. They are gonna be having their CT side still to work with, but they will have to get some rounds on the T, otherwise it is going to be a real tough one, because, I mean, a map can be CT-sided, but when you're so many rounds ahead, you are gonna see a lot of map picks not going the way of the team that actually pick it. You see it now, like a real big switch inside of the game coming in. I've seen it multiple times now before. I mean, the CT side is just really OP, and because of teams getting to pick, like they are getting to pick where they want to start on, so they usually choose their CT side, and because the CT side is so incredibly insane right now, then you're getting yourself an early lead and yourself some stuff done. Then map picks are not going to go the way of you, most likely. That's really a mood shift that has been getting in, but as time goes on, it's already a 1v3 now up. So Mickey still finds himself one. Yup, is coping, will spot JX up low, and it is double digits secured for Bad News Eagles already. But that's a really big thing that I have been seeing so far. Like, map picks not going the way of teams that of the team that's like picks the map, but the other team getting themselves the upper hand early on. Juan Flatlo here with a beautiful 2k. And then Bad News Eagles in the end winning themselves the round. Push coming in, Synopsy will be taken down, and JX now with his AWP is lining up, is trying to find a second, but it's Henry who finds himself 2 instead. 2 on 3 now. JX will be flicking on, and the second P coming in. Hera will be taking JX down, and that's going to be A side. Most likely taken over. Hara's going to be getting himself the bomb plant. A 1v2 now. Molly comes in. Hera is gonna be swinging. Won't find the kill. Switching out to the Tech 9. Will find it. The AK is gonna be switched out with. Bomb is slowly taken away. Recon defusing the bomb. Is he just gonna stick it? He's faking. But Hera gets the better of him. The round 1 and Hera with a 4k. Beautiful stuff on the ramp coming out. And then the 1v3 coming in. Clutch used. Clutch won. Yeah, beautiful stuff from Senary. But then, Hara, he found one. is going to spray down the second, and then in the 1v2 has to do it all. And he delivers. JX is gonna be, he's swinging out. Will find the collateral. Will find the turret, and JX on the outside. He's a mastermind. Finds himself that collateral, is heading up to a turret, and that's most likely round already shut down. Only if Mickey can really find himself something. But the pain that has already been given from those 3 kills are gonna be tremendous. Hera is moving up. Mickey, with the AWP still on outside, has to fight against a couple of the Eagles. And with an AWP, maybe that's not the real favorable weapon for the job. Mickey will still find himself a turret. 2 players still on the outside, 2 on heaven, and it will be hurt. The bomb could be planted, but Mickey still there with his AWP. With the bomb in his hand, the side is already secured, but will the bomb get himself crossed in? Regan is waiting for a swing. The bomb has been delivered on the side, is going to be planted. Nopsy is waiting for Regan to peek. Nopsy now in the 1v2. He's going to find one. Will he find a second? There's only one headshot needing to be found, but a body shot will do it for both of the teams as well. Hara with, again, the clutch coming in. Again, 2 frags were needed. Again, he delivers. Look at this from GX, missing the first shot, then lining up a second, and he is up for the third, and he still gets it. JX there, yeah. He gets himself the 5v3, but then still, with the Eagles, it is a pretty tough one to pull off. Flashes and smokes used on the outside. That is it, 5 Eagles and an MP9 as a final buy now for Bad News Eagles. It's going to be Eki's taken out. Mickey will kill him through the smoke. And now Bad News Eagles want to take themselves some lobby control. And there comes the kill from Harrop. Has been really important so far. Regan will drop the bomb on the B side. And Opsy is going to try to find himself something in the double door. But everyone is falling from 777. 10-5 half now coming in. And that's still a great half coming in from them. From Bad News Eagles, it's still a great half. It could have been way better. But, I mean, 10 rounds on the board. No good getting into their T side. If they get a pistol round, then game is going to be a tough one from 777. But they still have the CT side ahead of them. It could have been 14-1. So we are going to be going into a small break with the halftime coming up. And then we will be back with more CS. Hello everyone, we are back with the second half. It's going to start fairly shortly with the second half. 777 on their CT side and Bad News Eagles on their T side. It is 10-5 in the favor of Bad News Eagles. And that's pretty much what you could expect from a CT side coming up. And 777, they have to prove themselves. They have to prove themselves that they are the ones picking nuke here. They are the ones who can finish strong on their CT side. But Bad News Eagles, they are not going to make it easy, and that's what we are going to see. After this, we would go towards Mirage, and after that, it would have been Ancient if it would go to a third map. But we're first going to see who is taking Nuke, because if Bad News Eagles take themselves Nuke, their map pick is going to be ahead of them, and we are going to be jumping straight into the game now. Straight into the action again. And Senary, has himself the smoke and a Molotov there. Ekis will have himself 2 flashes and a defuse kit. So 777 going for the defuse kit. And it seems like Bad News Eagles, they want to push themselves. Ramp 2 players on the B side already. Russ is going to bait them in. But it's Bad News Eagles who's pushing to the A side instead. No one playing on A4. 777. Oh, Regon, he's going to vent drop. What's going on? What is Bad News Eagles trying to do? They're going to go for a vent drop with Hara on the side. He will find one, will find a second. Bomb is dropped. Fratlo still in this double door, trying to peek out. He needs to find 2 headshots, and he gets a headshot and a body shot. That will work as well. With a second, and he goes for a third, but he only gets a dink. Doesn't finish Ekis off there. The 1v2 now. Is there going to be any chance for Senary? He has been getting this 1v2s quite often already inside of this game. He will kill Ekis, but that was the one on low HP. Router. Now, the 1-on-1. Senary will be peeking, and Senary finds the clutch. No, no, no. Bad News Eagles getting so many important clutches, and Senary is carrying his team towards this victory with the clutches. Has been getting 3 clutches, I think, inside of this game. From the 11 rounds. It's 1 in 4 of the rounds that has been clutches in the favor of Bad News Eagles, in the favor of Senary. And if one player can do a thing like that, then I don't know what we can expect for him more. A scout on Mickey now coming in for the Eagles. 777 is in. And I mean, they have been getting some frags with those deeks before, but will Bad News Eagles let that happen again? It's Gonfatlu ends up with an entry here on the A side. That's the 5v4 secured. And honestly, looking at what Bad News Eagles have done, looking at what Bad News Eagles have achieved, in the terms of like league, in terms of what league they are playing in, you know. Like I mean, 777 could hold their ground in the advanced, in ECA advanced, but Bad News Eagles, then still, they are a premier team. They are a ECL Challenger League team. They know how to play versus advanced teams. They know how to deal with them. They have been playing inside of ESL Challenger League for a while now. They know what is up. They know what's up, and the kills are going away from Bad News Eagles. So it is not a shame for 777 to get themselves like a bit down inside of this matchup. But on their map pick, it is one them to have a bit more fragment back. There's still a huge chance of them coming back from this, but potentially 13 is hit after this round. And if you are already on 13 with then your first buy round coming in, then it's going to be a real tough one for 777. Push on A is coming in. JX will find one. And still, Bad News Eagles is playing it slow. Bomb getting planted. There comes some damage on JX. 2 players fighting on Heaven. And Senary finding 2 kills. JX with 1. And Gonfatlo also with 1. Beautiful stuff coming out from the Bad News Eagles side. They have been securing themselves 13. 3 more rounds are needed in order to secure themselves this first map. And in order to get ourselves going towards the Mirage. The map pick for Bad News Eagles would be coming up next. JX who's gonna go for a fast play, sliding on. Oh, this would be perfect if he gets an entry. Find one. Can he find a second? Oh, he can't, but that was a beautiful movement coming out from JX. Beautiful sliding, beautiful entry coming in, and he was the one with a Mac 10, so if he finds one, that's already more than enough for the Bad News Eagles side. Yeah, sure, for 777 to get some panicking, but it's, oh my goodness, what a headshot from Confratlo coming in there on the ramp. We're definitely going to see a beautiful highlight coming out from that after this round. It's going to be such a beautiful shot inside of the highlights. Still, bomb slowly ticking away, and still, the retake could very well be coming in. Center explodes here, will take down the AWP. He is going to find a second final bullet. Will put the nail in the coffin, and Zara now in the 1v2. Didn't go for the defuse whatsoever, but he found 2 kills, and he's pulling the plug. 14 on the board, Bad News Eagles. They need 2 more. There we go. We're gonna see the highlight, the shot coming in. Didn't even look that impressive. I thought it was actually him just running out, but he was already looking. He was already into single door playing. This... this man is not even caring. He just thinks like, okay, if a few bullets of mine connect, that's already more than enough. Spraying around the corner. JX is going to find himself 1, leaving the 5v4 now coming in. Bad News Eagles. Looking at how they have been playing, this should be their nuke, this should be their map. Hera is going to be taken out. A 3v3 now. Up against, and it's Ekis who will fall. Roots are still with us. The Eagle posted up is not going to kill Senary. Senary, the man who has been playing so incredibly well inside of this nuke, getting so many important kills, so many important clutches. And then a player like Regan, still 11 and 15. It doesn't matter when you have players like Senary, who just frag no matter what. It's an AWP taken out, but if you need 10 rounds in a row, he's just going to drop the AWP out. He doesn't want Bad News Eagles to have it, and he is going to go for the clutch tank. Russ is going to kill Synopsy, but it's up against Senary. And the bomb is slowly ticking away. Russ will not have the knowledge, but he is going to be dealt with. Senary will be falling, and the AWP is dropped on top of the garage. 15 on the board. Match point coming in. Or map point we should say. Because there's still 2 more maps to be playing. We know that Mirage is a great map from Bad News Eagles, but 777 is there to start on their CT sides, and if they get an early lead, I mean, everyone knows how to play Mirage, so I think everyone can at least fight on it. Bad News Eagles is definitely on another level of Mirage. Synopsy is gonna walk his way out of the A side. There's no one there for 777 to fight against him, so that's a free bomb plant. Free bomb plant coming in, and I will have to get myself some more coffee, some more tea to get myself woken up, because I'm still a bit sleepy myself. Hera on Heaven. And Gross now. Coming out from main. Synopsy has the knowledge. Molly coming in. That will bait him out. It's gonna be him forced out. He will be full blind. Hera will get the kill. And now Senary. You don't want this man to be in a 1v2 clutch, because he might as well just win it. The tap coming in. He will be spotted out. Stick this time. Senary is gonna swing out. And if you have a guy like Senary just fragging out, there's not much you can do. 30 frags with only 10, 21 rounds played. That's just perfect stuff. And Bad News Eagles were able to take themselves their first map. We are going to be going to Mirage, but we are going to be going to see that after the break from this map. So we will first of all be thinking a bit about this nuke. What has happened? 777. They had a chance to get themselves a comeback on the CT side, but no rounds won at all. 5 rounds, 16 to 5. And it was 10-5 after the first half, so 6 rounds in a row won by Bad News Eagles. Yeah, this is going to be Mirage coming up, and I think we are going to be going into a break very shortly, but we will just be Okay, we are gonna be going into a break. I just got a message. We're gonna see what next map is gonna bring. We're gonna be going into a break, and then we will be right back.
They say you gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there. They say you gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there. They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. And no, I don't wanna be alone in the world out there. They say you don't gotta go home, and no, I don't wanna be alone.
Hello everyone, we are back with the second map now coming up, which is going to be Mirage, and it's the pick from Bad News Eagles. Mirage is a map that we all know that X-Blink, also known as Bad News Eagles now, is really favoring that map. They're also favoring Inferno, but that map got banned by 777. So we are gonna see what Mirage is gonna bring us with 777 now starting on CT side. Maybe they can bring us something, but they couldn't deliver on Nuke. That's one thing that we know. And if we would go to a third map, Ancient is up. And Ancient is also a map that 777 is really favoring, but Bad News Eagles favors really well too. They are a really great team on Ancient. They have also been playing quite a bit versus some great teams that have been picking Ancient before. For example, I'm referring back to that one again, the ECA Cash Cup. I think they won on the map pick for or they picked Ancient versus Into the Breach, and they won that game fairly easy as well. Or it was Into the Breach picking it against them. I can't remember 100%, but I know that Bad News Eagles have won versus Into the Breach, and they are also a ESL Challenger League team, and they are also higher ranked than basically anyone inside of this tournament in comparison of leagues. We are going to be going into the second map fairly shortly, I assume, but yeah, more matches to come today. The first match would have been on the B stream as well, but that match got unfortunately cancelled, or not cancelled. It got rescheduled onto a different date, which is or a different date, a different time, which is going to be 7 p.m. Central European time. So we will have 3 matches on that time, but we are gonna see what Mirage can bring us. Bad News Eagles are gonna start on their CT side? Okay. 777 chose the T side to start on. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I did never expect that to happen, but they choose the T side to start on. Okay. Smoke's coming in. And the A side push now in. 2 flashes used. Juan Fratlo still waiting inside of this triple box. Juan Fratlo with the first, adding up for a second, and he could go for a third, but it is a complete shutdown. First round already won by Bad News Eagles, but it is triple. The overlay is a bit wonky right now. 777 haven't won themselves one round, and it was Bad News Eagles who picked it up, I assume. So, really weird stuff. Everything was correct, and it was 777 indeed picking themselves the T side. Okay, that's honestly a really interesting pick, but I like it. I like it that they choose to go for it, but I mean, it lets you to believe, why did they do it? Like, it's not a thing most teams do. But yeah, that's fine. Maybe they thought, okay, if we win ourselves nuke, because our nuke is fairly good, then we can start on the T side, get ourselves warmed up on Mirage. And if we get ourselves a few rounds, then we are gonna be seeing how we can end it on the CT side. But it's Bad News Eagles who take themselves their second round. Triple 7 now with 5 AKs. And Bad News Eagles with 5 M4s. They're slowly but surely going to start to get themselves some economy going if they win this round. And they would get themselves also a nice start inside of the game. With maybe getting themselves this third round. It is mid control taken by the CTs. The Ts are playing it so incredibly slow. They have one player in each spot just guarding it for a moment. Now top mid control has been taken. And what is 777 going to answer to? They're going to try to take a piece of the map, of course, as well. They cannot give up one part and not take another. They're going to try to take themselves yet. Proactis will find himself one. JX will be traded out. 777 is moving into the side fairly easy. Ooh, this is bad. Regan. He knows that there's one player. He's going to knife him. Regan will get the knife kill. Is he going to kill Gross? Leaves the 3-on-3 now up. Regan with a second. 2 players pushing in from F, but all the players from Bad News Eagles are on the B side, and Regan just shuts them all down. 777 looked strong in the beginning, but Regan goes for the knife kill completely. It liberates a push for 777. And what in the world is this? How did Regan get away with a knife kill there? And then finds this second. I mean, I gotta say, beautiful stuff, beautiful timing taken from Regan, but it's so risky what he does, and he still gets away with it. Five Deagles coming up. Smoke on ramp is used, and Mickey is gonna get himself one, leaving the 5-in-4 now in. Great startup from 777. You don't like to see it, but the Deagles certainly working out from 777 now. 3v5 now in. Going towards the B side, it seems like, for 777. There is still Scenery playing on the B side, and you will still have to deal with a couple of Deagles, and they don't have a lot of armor to work with either. The push coming in now. 2 players on the B side. It's JX, who has himself the AWP lined up. Will find one, still with the AWP, and he will have to be dealt with. Finds a second. Could go for a third, but he's being swarmed from multiple directions. Synopsy in the 1v2. Has himself armor, no defuse kit to work with. That's the first round on the board for 777. Another eco round been won by a team, and this time again by 777. Flashes coming in. There are 5 Deagles this time for Bad News Eagles, and it seems to be mid to B play coming in. Senary will be taken down. There's going to be rotations coming in from Bad News Eagles, but there's only one player router there. We'll point a second, but it's A side, which is the playfield. A side, which is taken over. And 777 have secured themselves the side. It's only Regan on the B side. He will still get himself one. Router, in the end, will be killed. That's going to be 1v4 coming up. Regan will fall in round 1 by 777. Two Deagles, 3 USPs coming out for the Bad News Eagle side, as there's, again, Gruss, who's running up on B. They've been liking B so far, 777. The Zeki's here on the top mid. Hasn't really been showing up on Nuke, but now he's clearly fragging. He's gaming on Mirage. And that's what we like to see. 3 kills going his way. 2v5 now. Senary having his USP lined up. Hara will be taking him down. Synopsy now in the 1v5. 777. Starting on the T side on Bad News Eagles pick. The T sides from Bad News Eagles is usually where they strike, where they really get their upper hand out. 777 now taking themselves 3. But still, a 3-3 scoreline isn't bad for neither of the teams. We know Mirage is a map that is in the pool for a while, for a long time, and because of that, it is going towards a. It's getting more like 50-50 because both of the sides get so much work done, get so much tactical decisions and stuff like that. This boost, for example, has been found a bit later than. I mean, it has been fine this year. I haven't seen it before, you know. I have only seen it working out multiple times this year. Of course, the boost was there before, but Regan there was a beautiful 2K. Those are stuffs like on Mirage. People learn more and more. You see the spawn window smokes coming in, which makes the map again a bit more T-sided, and those things, like, which balance out the map very well. You see on Ancient, people were in the beginning struggling like with their T side because of like the map being new. No one really knew anything of Ancient, and then maps are going to be more defender side because you can just hold your angles. Players are going to just rush into you. But if time just goes on, that Ancient started to get a bit more 50-50, and now I would say like even T-sided a bit. That's how maps are developing. And everyone always says, oh, a map is C-sided or a map is T-sided, but we just find out that it is just all thrown onto the big stage. And we will just have to see what finds out, what goes on, you know. You can say Nuke is C-sided map, but when Bad News Eagles win 6-0 on their T side, is the map really C-sided? Is it? GX there with a beautiful frag. Picking up a second as well, yeah, and he holds down top mid. Didn't even see him, but he just got himself 3 there. Round 1 by Bad News Eagles. And now 777 is again on the buy, but isn't going to be a big one. There comes the push. Chenery will get himself that first kill. The bomb is still on T-spawn. It's 777. Still playing a bit of a default. An AWP on Mickey, an AWP on JX as well. Five on 4 taken, 5 on 4 secured. There goes the peak. Van Fratlo with 2, finding a third. Beautiful stuff. And he sweeps the mid. Aggression out. Oh my goodness. It's going to be only Hara left, and he's just going to save. Push coming in. Hara's going to find himself one, but he will be traded out. 6 rounds on the board. 16-5 was the first map score indeed. Look at this one from Fratlo. What is that? And he takes down the 4th as well in the ending stage of the round. 6 on the board for the Bad News Eagles side. And honestly speaking, looking at the buy from 777, it can only get better. There are going to be some deagles against them without any armor. You shouldn't get yourself ecoed too much. And JX is going to start an upgrade though with the first kill. Luther, ooh, he's going to be peeking out. The P250 is not going to put in some work. JX will get the trade. Same goes for Juan Fratlo. Ooh, Grus still with a nice deagle headshot there. He will be tagging Synopsy down as well. He is already on the A side, and does JX realize? Does JX realize there's someone really close to him? JX will be taken down. Same goes for Ekis. Oh no! Chenery in the 1v2. He will still get the clutch, but this is too close for comfort. Clearly, it's way too close. I thought Bad News Eagles had that round all time, but oh my goodness, the kills from Grus and Ekis coming in there. He finds one. There goes this. Ooh, the second. He's missing a bit, but he finds that. Grus still also with a second. Jesus Christ. It's way too close. But it's 7 on the board, and that's in the end what matters. We are going to see, because Bad News Eagles are on 7. If they win one more round, they've already taken themselves this half, and there's so much rounds more to play with JX. Ooh, he has been jumping up fast. Cat push coming in. JX breaking out. Will get one. This is a good entry to start it off. Of course, no one is going to expect him to be on short that fast. That's not how it's supposed to go. But he jumps up with that short, which requires a bit of skill, but he certainly has that skill ready. Actually, will be taken down by Juan Fratlo. The peak from under is coming in as well. Smokes for the A push are coming into plays inside of connector. Mickey and Grus are walking in. JX is close here with the AWP. Spots out the feed, can get the no scope. The second player is also there, Mickey. Working out of the smoke, trying to find himself something, but it's Chenery who gets the better of him. Even Hara in the 1v3. Hara get 2 more players to find. He has been important with those clutches before. He has been getting the important frags in the ending stage of the first half for 777 very much. He's up against 2 players. He could find one. He goes for a second, but it's Regan who takes him out. 8 on the board for Bad News Eagles. And if you look on your top right, you see what the score is, ladies and gentlemen, from the first game. JX there, yeah. He spots out the feet, and that's enough for him to just get the confidence to shoot that no-scope. Oh, that wasn't meant to be used. And it seems like Bad News Eagles are gonna get the better of him for now. Not looking to be that crazy for 777 as we might wanted it to be. 3 rounds on the boards, and that's gonna be for now what they have. The peak from Regan is coming in. He will get a tag. He's not gonna find Ekis though. Not gonna find any damage on Ekis coming in. January picking up a kill there from window, leaving the 2-on-3 now in. Ara still on the B side, has been securing full control, but the bomb is out of the reach. Out of the reach from 777, and that's going to be an under push coming in. There's a guy in jungle. JX will be dealt with, and it's a good thing that Snops has actually dropped down, or Senary has dropped down off the window, because otherwise he would have been dead as well. Ruta now in the 1v2. As an op, not the favorable weapon for the job, and he will be dealt with by Senary. Picking him out through the smoke. Smoke was vanishing, but it did give him enough info to just shoot at it. 9 on the board as Bad News Eagles. They are getting themselves a nice haul for now. And it's not looking like 777, I should say, is gonna bring us anything. There we go. The push comes in. More smoke used. Molotov in as well. Bruter is trying to entry out. He will fall to the M4 of Regan Senary. Yeah, this is a slaughter. No one is going to fall. There's one player falling. Hara will find himself only 1 kill, but that's going to be all he has. This is going to be soft one for 777 to still get back on. Double digits secured, and 777 now having themselves the full AK buy to work with. Coming in from JX, he finds a second. Confrotlo gets the third of the round for his team, and leaving the 2v3 now up, but still going to be a tough one to pull up for 777. Hara's rushing through. He knows there's a CT on the other side of the stairs, on the other side of the smoke. But it is going to be side secured. 777 might have something. It's only JX now left in the 1v2. He has himself a smoke. He has himself a kit. He will find one. Will he expect Ekis to be in Palace? He has a smoke, so he can bait something out. But he will be fragged out. Oh my goodness, Ekis getting the perfect timing there. JX switching to his smoke at the worst time possible. Double digits secured for Bad News Eagles. They could take themselves 11, but it's, in the end, 777 who gets the better of them in this round. Yeah, just pulled out the nade at the worst time. If he did it straight up, then Ekis wouldn't even be close. But he waited for it a bit. And that's what cost him. Well, Fatlo is gonna get himself that first kill. 5v4 now up. And Aki's full blind finds that kill. Gonfato is heading up for a second. He's rushing in, trying to find anything he can. And it's only Hara now left in the 1v2. Has himself an AK to work with. Is not going to find anything. It's Regan who takes him out. 11 on the board. Bad News Eagles. They have secured themselves the half. And it is going to be a real tough one for 777 to pull off. Of course, it's their CT side coming up, but we know how great Bad News Eagles have been playing on T sides. They've always been a real T-sided team because of their perk mentality, because of everything. But we will see. We're going to go into a small ad break, and then we will be back with the second half of this DE Mirage. Second half of the second map is starting fairly shortly. It is going to be Mirage, as you guys have seen. It was Bad News Eagles who have been playing on their CT side because 777 chose to start on their T side, which lets me to believe they wanted, if they won Nuke, they wanted to get themselves an early lead or get themselves something in the T side. And knowing that Bad News Eagles is very well playing on the T side, they wanted to get themselves an early lead and then finish it with CT, but they lost Nuke. And that's going to be a tough one to recover from, with now the T side coming up from Bad News Eagles and the CT side for 777 coming up. This is going to be a real tough one to pull off for 777. I gotta say, we're going to see what this game is still going to bring us. Round is starting off. Pistol round is going to start, and we're going to see 11-4 now coming up. Bad News Eagles need to get themselves 5 more in order to get themselves a victory. 2 players inside of window are playing. They need a couple of headshots. Router is going to be dealt with. 4-on-4 now to be fought against, and it's Keys and Cross both adding up to the counter, and that's going to be 4v1 now secured. Actually, 777 getting the pistol round, it seems like this time. A 1v4 for Gonfato is what's left. He is going to move towards the B side. There's already a player there. It's Zekis. And on short, there's also a player to fight against, but it's Zekis who takes Gonfato down. Finds the second kill of the round. 777 not getting a team ace. Only Hara was the player to not get a kill. But it doesn't matter. They've taken a round. They've taken what they want. They've taken what they need. That's another round in the pocket. Another round in the bag. The push is now coming in. Gonfato will be dealt with. Grudge with a second. I think Bad News Eagles is going to be moving their way towards the B side, but 777 seems to get the better of them for now in this round, in this half, because of them, of course, winning the pistol. They could get themselves the second round, leaving Regan and JX now left. And I mean, if Bad News Eagles gets themselves some rifles, then we're really going to see what is up. Still JX there, with a frag on top mid coming in. The smoke will be used, and Gruss, he gets run. He gets Dell. He gets a kill. He gets a run in player inside of his crosshair. JX will be falling. And a 1v3 now. Regan in the side still. Getting not the perfect time he wanted. Mickey will get himself 6. We're almost on 2.5k viewers. That's actually really insane. don't know if that's like a new viewer record or not on this tournament. But I know like in the original Swish stage, getting above 1k was already really, really nice. So I don't know if this is something. But it is Hara in the window again, playing with two guys there. And it's fighting against a couple of the Eagles. Mickey. Is he gonna get himself one? Gruss also one, and Hara also one. So you see a lot of ones coming in for 777, and that's good because that means that everyone has getting their individuals done, getting what they have to do, and it's not one player who's really stepping up too much. Only Eki's now to find one kill, and then everyone has gotten themselves one. Zeki is inside of connector, but it's Haru who's gonna swing out. Haru who's gonna kill. Router here on the B side, and yeah, it's just beautiful stuff. 777, some cleaning up work is needed, and now Bad News Eagles on their full buy. Have an AWP on JX, 4 AKs around it. On the other side, we will see 5 M4s, or not 5 M4s, also an AWP. It was a bit weird looking at that symbol from the AWP, but Mickey has it now to work with. Let's show us what you can do with that, Mickey. Regal now. Going out from underpass, and Gruss will be spotted. He won't be dealt with, though. It seems like 777 have taken so much mid control early already. JX is there inside of the TF's part. Inside of the house part, many people would call it. He is going to kill with the aggression from Mickey coming in. That's the op duel one. Now, rifle duels have to be won by neither of the team. It's Ekis who gets himself one. Raid frag is in. And that's going to be the 2v3 side taken over. Two players rotating over from 777. As now the bomb gets planted. The bomb has to be defused. But we are going to see Rooter, who's leading the charge here inside of CT. Two players there. Fennery is going to spot them both cross, but he will only get himself one. Gruss in the 1v2. As a kid, has a lot of util to work with. Used his flashbang, but he will still have 3 pieces of util to get anything done. Tetris. Position having to be checked. There comes the flashbang, but it's sandwich. Never mind. Synopsy takes him out. Will secure 12 on the board. 4 more needed for Bad News Eagles in order to get themselves the win. Four more needed for Bad News Eagles, and we see a pass coming in for the side of 777. The pause is done. We are going to be going on and back live. And 777, yep. Looking at their money right now, they will have themselves some pistols to work with. 13 could be acquired. That would mean not so great for 777. Because they have themselves some pistols to work with. And if 13 is hit, then 3 more is only needed in order to get themselves this victory and secure themselves this 2-0. And then I'm not 100% sure what match I will be casting next, but I will be live, and I don't know if it's on the A stream or the B stream, but we will have to find out. We will have to see. But I will be checking it out for a moment. Fennery is going to do some damage, but no kill found yet. Even though 777 has only some pistols to work with. It is going to be Regan who's waiting. He walked his way out of connector, and there's a player close in here. He knows there's one more tucked in his corner. Yep, he will spot out the USP. Is getting the one tap. And this is just going to be a slaughter coming in. Only Roots are now left. Has a deagle, has an armor, but what is there more to say? He will be spotted out. Still gets himself one. But I mean, if Bad News Eagles still throws this, then it is... We can call it match fixing. That would be the word for it. We would go to the B stream. I would be streaming a match on the B stream. That's what it is. JX is gonna get himself that kill. 13 on the board. Okay, there we go. 13 on the board. Bad News Eagles could get themselves closer into the game, or into the win, closer towards that victory. But it will be Mickey who gets himself that entry. Molotov used, push coming in, sandwich has been checked, Senry with the first, Synopsy heading up for a second. 3 on 3 now, and Mickey doesn't even have himself armor to work with. He will be tapped away with any gun, basically, one shot. Posted up. Smoke boost, and Ekis will be trying to frag him out, but the nade will finish Mickey. 2v2 now, bomb picked up, but instantly dropped again. Leaving Ekis now in the 1v2. Will find himself the first kill yet. Is gonna do it now, but the off from JX coming in. 14 on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Bad News Eagles have gotten themselves closer and closer, and are gonna be walking towards that victory now. Nico coming out most likely from 777 now up next, but yeah. Eki's missing, will find himself one, but this off shot from JX coming in. 14 on the board, 2 more rounds needed. And it's only gonna be some Deagles and a USP on Mickey. Mickey will be getting himself that dink. Deagle leading a charge will be taken out, actually. At least a small chance for 777, a real small one. Because of the Deagles that they still have left. Oh my goodness, Synopsy. 360 and 420, whatever you can call it. He just does it all. Okay. He just does it all. 920. He just spins around like a fidget spinner. And he still finds a kill. Maybe we can get that in a replay, I don't know. Don't think we can. Push coming in on the A side. There comes Regan in. Mika will be taking him out, and that's gonna be JX. This could be it, ladies and gentlemen. 2v3 now up against. And we're just 2 kills away from getting this victory. The bomb gets planted. Map match point, series point is up now, and JX is gonna find himself one. The 1v2 up, JX gets the tag. This should be it. The player is spotted, ladies and gentlemen. Bad News Eagles have taken this series 2-0, and we expected Bad News Eagles to get themselves the victory, but did we expect them to get a 2-0 this easily? 16-5 on the map pick from 777, and then 16-7 on their own map pick. It is just an absolute banger, and it is an absolute banger win for Bad News Eagles coming in. We have to give them the props for getting so far, and I think we are gonna go into a break, and then we will be back in approximately 1.5 hours with the next match. And myself will be streaming on the B stream, but on this stream you will be seeing For the Win Esports and Enterprise. On the B stream you will be seeing No Limit Gaming taking on Isuba in the next match. So we are going to be going into a big break, and then we will be back with the next series coming up.